This is North Myrtle Beach Chiefs basketball on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Hello and welcome back to Marlboro County High School as the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs get ready to take on the Marlboro County Bulldogs. I'm Brandon Biscoming. I'll be bringing you all the action, and joining me as usual is Tyler Kerp. And Tyler, we have a lot of scenarios to go over for tonight as this is the season finale and the Chiefs, if you really look at it, all the Chiefs need to do is win and they're in. But if they lose, then they're going to have a problem. Let's run through all the scenarios right now real quick for everyone listening. With a win over Marlboro County, North Myrtle Beach will clinch third place in Region 6. With a loss and either Darlington or Hartsville losing as well, North Myrtle Beach will clinch fourth place. And with a loss, a Darlington win, and a Hartsville win, North Myrtle Beach will fall to fifth place. So the Chiefs don't want to have to worry about any of that anyway. So all they have to do is win and they're in. But it's going to be a tough one against this Marlboro County team.
Well, we were unable to reach Coach Walker for comment before tonight's game, but I was able to have conversation with Luke Rice and Chad Beasley earlier in the day, and both of them shared the same opinion, and you have to assume the rest of the team would have this opinion. They want to get the job done here tonight against Marlboro County. It's going to be a tall order, Marlboro County in first place in the region, but they do not want to be going back on a bus ride back to North Myrtle Beach wondering what is their fate going to be in the playoffs.
Absolutely. They want to solidify this and make sure that they are squared away into the playoffs. The third place team, if the Chiefs were able to win this game, they will play the Region 7 second place, which will be the winner of tonight's Hilton Head versus Carlton County game. So we'll keep an eye on that one for you guys. Fourth place will play the third place in Region 5. That's a battle between four different teams with 2 games left on the schedule. South Aiken at 3 and 5. Airport, Midland Valley, and Brooklyn Casey are all at 2 and 6. South Aiken holds their fate in their own hands, playing Airport and Midland Valley in their final 2 games. So if they win those 2, they would get third place. And fifth place could get one of 2 at-large bids in the lower state playoffs, which will play either the Region 4 first place team or the Region 5 first place team. Region 4 will more than likely be decided tonight between Flora and Lower Richland. Region 5 can be clinched by Aiken tonight with a win and a North Augusta loss. If Aiken were to lose and North Augusta win, it will be decided head-to-head in their last game of the season against each other. But like we talked about, Chiefs only focused on what they have to do tonight themselves to get into the playoffs. Chiefs dropped out of the South Carolina rankings this week. They are basically in the receiving votes area at number 26. They also dropped out of the coaches poll last week and dropped out of the Max Preps quadruple A rankings at number 11 this week. So a tough week for them in the polls because as a result of the overtime loss to Myrtle Beach on Friday, 68-62. Marlboro County, even though they are at 18-6 and are 8-1 in region play, they are actually 1 point below the Chiefs, or 1 place below the Chiefs in both the Max Prep South Carolina poll and the Max Preps Quadruple A rankings at 27 and 12 respectively. But in the coaches poll, the Bulldogs are at number 8. Their last game was a 57-25 shellacking of Wilson on Friday. And the last head-to-head game was a close one between these two teams, with Marlboro County winning by 5, 58-53 in North Myrtle Beach. So the Chiefs will certainly try to come into Marlboro County's home court on senior night and give themselves a playoff spot with the win tonight.
Well, LaTroy Brace and the Marlboro County Bulldogs, as you said, 18-6, 8-1 in the region. That's absolutely outstanding. Of course, their only loss was against Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Or at Myrtle Beach, actually.
Which the Chiefs were able to bring Myrtle Beach into overtime this past Friday. So the Chiefs certainly have the talent to keep up with this Marlboro County team. And what's surprising about Marlboro County is that in spite of their record, this isn't like a Myrtle Beach team that has a Emory Knox that's going to a Division I program, or a Hartsville with a Cesar Edwards who's getting offers from a bunch of D1 programs. This team doesn't have that top guy that is getting those big offers. They're just a good team-based basketball team.
And these are two very similarly built teams in the Chiefs and in the Bulldogs. There is not one player that really sticks out, not really one player that's really a star. These are two teams that are well-oiled machines, and their coaches have been leading the charge throughout the whole season. They have offenses, both teams have offenses that are strictly run, and they're both smooth. Sometimes there's hiccups, but most of the times it's very smooth. So it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Walker and his team is going to come out here tonight. There have been games where they've come out hot. Some games they've come out cold. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens over the course of these next 40 minutes.
We'll take a quick break and come right back with starting lineups and tip-offs here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. there are your starting lineups. Couldn't really hear the Marlboro County ones. Definitely the most fun starting lineup presentation in Region 6, but need to work on their acoustics a little bit.
It was that intro was definitely pretty deafening.
So we'll have to get you the starting lineups as we are underway here. Marlboro County gets the tip-off going left to right as a lay-in right off the bat by number 10, Jameek McCoy is good. And Marlboro County takes an early 2-point lead. Passing it inside. Now kick out, driving, lay-in attempt, no good. Tip in, though, is good by Gorgas. And that will tie the ball game back up. So it's McCoy, number 23, Wesley Brown on the court as well, as passes out. Now kick out to Brown. Brown kicks it out to McCoy. McCoy brings it far side back to the point. McCoy passes it far side. Now passes it inside, and that ball will go out of bounds. And it will remain Marlboro County ball. Trying to get it inside. Now kicks it out, now drives. Now passes it inside, lay-in, good. And that is Wesley Brown on the lay-in. So Marlboro County takes a 4-2 lead here. Now Beasley drive, kick out, driving inside, now kicks out. Collins with the three, no good. It goes over the backboard, and it will be Marlboro County ball.
Well, Marlboro County, very early on, going into the press, they're double-teaming the Chiefs quite a bit as they get into half court, really forcing the Chiefs to throw up a lot of errant shots in the early going.
Slight full-court press by Marlowe, but McCoy is able to break it. Now a handoff, now a kick out. Driving, spin move, floater, good by Ryan Dupree. Now Beasley with the ball, passes it over to Collins. Collins is able to get it out to Gorgas, and he gets it stripped. Now pushing up the tempo, lay in, no good, but a foul will be called. Looks like they will call a foul on the Chiefs.
That's going to be on Chad Beasley, his first.
So that'll send Dre Scott to the line to shoot two. First free throw, no good off front iron. So now we do have the full starting lineup for both teams. It is Travis Collins, Javi Marlowe, Kaimani Knox, Chad Beasley, and Cameron Gorgas for the Chiefs. As the second free throw is good by Scott. It will be Jamie McCoy, Ryan Dupree, Dre Scott, Kieran Levener, and Wesley Brown on the court for the Bulldogs. As Collins gets the ball, he stops and pops three from the point, no good off front iron. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Now McCoy pushes up. He slows the tempo down now, though. Now passes it out to Brown at the point, and a whistle will be blown. Foul will be called on the Chiefs. That foul will be called, I believe they called it on Collins.
Or was it Kaimani Knox, I believe?
Couldn't quite tell what number the ref put up. As passes it inside. Errant pass is stolen by Marlowe. Marlowe will go coast to coast, lay in good. 7-4 now, Chiefs in the lead with Chiefs trailing by 3 with just over 5.5 to go in the first quarter. As McCoy brings it up, he'll bring it near side. Now trying to get it inside, but decides to kick it out. Now kick out, three, no good by Brown. Rebounded by the Chiefs. A scramble for the ball, however. Knox is able to come up with it, and now it's stolen by the Bulldogs. McCoy with the ball. He'll slow it down. McCoy passes it over near side wing over to Levener. Levener tries to get it back out. Now kicks it out to McCoy. And a two passed inside to Brown. The two from the far side elbow is good. Now Beasley will drive. He'll drive baseline, lane, no good, rejected by the Bulldogs. Now McCoy pushing up the pace. He'll put up a lay-in, no good. Offensive rebound is good as Brown puts it back up and in. 11-4 now with just over 4.5 remaining in the first quarter. Passes inside to Gorgos, kicks it out to Collins. Collins thought about taking the three. Now kicks it out. Beasley now with the ball, far side wing. He'll bring it back out. Now passes over to Marlowe. Now back over to Collins. Collins passes inside to Gorgos. Gorgos with the two from the far near side elbow is good. And it's now 11-6 with just over 4 minutes remaining. McCoy brings it over the timeline. He almost gets it stripped. It almost crosses the timeline, but he's able to recover it and get it to Brown. Brown near side wing. Hill passes inside, now passes out, now kick out. Three, no good off front iron. Rebounded by Collins. Marlowe now long outlet pass to Beasley. Beasley now brings it back out. Passes it over to Marlowe, now over to Collins. Collins, and they will say he walked. So we're going the other way with 3:40 remaining in the first quarter.
Tyree Smith and Rogan Vincent are going to check in for the Chiefs. Tyree Smith had a very solid game against Myrtle Beach.
That he did.
He had 8 points and I believe 5 rebounds.
As McCoy brings it up, now he hands it off to Oliver. Oliver crosses the timeline, passes it over to McCoy. Passing it inside. Now Oliver thought about passing it inside and stripped. Collins with the going coast to coast, laying good. Now the Chiefs cut the deficit down to 3. Oliver now to bring the ball up over the timeline. He'll call a play out, passes it over to McCoy. McCoy stops and pops from the near side wing, no good, rebounded by Gorgos. Collins now pushes it up. He'll slow it down. He thought about stopping and popping, now gets it over to Vincent. Vincent passes it inside to Gorgos. Kick out to Marlowe, 3, no good. Almost offensive rebound, but it's rebounded by Palmer. Double team on him. He's able to get it out. And now Oliver tries to push it inside. He gets double teamed. Tries to get it inside to Brown. He almost lost it, and he does. But Brown is able to come up with the interception. He takes a 3 from the point, no good. Rebounded by Marlowe. Vincent now with the ball. He gets double teamed. He's able to kick it out to Smith. Smith over to Marlowe, and he'll reset. Marlowe passes over to Vincent. Vincent over to Smith. Smith over to Marlowe, back over to Collins. Collins with the 3 from the near side wing, and he drains it. Well, and it's all tied up.
It was a slow start for the Chiefs, but now it's back to an even ball game.
Absolutely. Chiefs, after starting the game off very lackadaisical, have come out on fire in these last few minutes. McCoy hands it off to Oliver. Oliver brings it far side. He'll drive down the lane, laying good. 13-11 now with just over a minute and a half left to go. Collins gets double teamed. Now Gorgos gets double teamed. He's able to get it back out to Collins. Collins over to Marlowe, over to Vincent, far side corner. Now back over to Marlowe at the point. Now back over to Vincent. Now back over to Marlowe. He'll reset at the point. Now back over to Vincent. Back over to Marlowe. Back over to Collins. Collins cross court to Vincent, who takes a 3 and drains it. And that gives the Chiefs the first lead of the game. Oliver now slows down the tempo, brings it up over the timeline. Just under a minute left to go. Handoff back to Oliver. Oliver passes it inside, and he tries to save it, but it will go out of bounds. An errant pass by Oliver, and the Chiefs get the ball back, trying to extend their first lead of the game. Just over 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Well, the half-court defense by Marlboro County has given the Chiefs fits, but they're able to shoot it over with some early 3 balls falling.
Henley passes it out to Marlowe. Marlowe gets it inside to Smith, who lays it up and in. Now McCoy passes it out to Oliver. Oliver resets at the point, looking for one final shot in this first quarter. He'll drive far side, and they will call a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs. So the Chiefs now have an opportunity with 16 seconds remaining to extend their lead. Vincent passes over to Marlowe. Marlowe over to Collins. Now over to Marlowe. Now back over to Henley. Henley gets it tipped, but Marlowe is able to get it. Takes a long three at the buzzer, but no good. And that will end the first quarter with the Chiefs going into the break with a 3-point lead, 16-13. And that's astounding that they finished that first quarter with the lead after it looked like Marlboro County was going to run away with this in the first few minutes of the first quarter.
Well, the Chiefs came out with the same fight as they did against Myrtle Beach. It may have taken them a little time to get it going, but they're feeling pretty confident coming onto a court where Marlboro County is unbeaten on the season thus far, and they're going to have a 3-point lead here after one. A much, much needed start for the Chiefs here.
The one thing that I'd have to be worried about, though, is kind of like what happened in the Hartsville game when we were at Hartsville, where the fact, now that was a different scenario because they sat out their starters for senior night and everything, but it's kind of the same scenario where you get off to a slow start, and no matter what, now granted the Chiefs in this scenario they did take a lead earlier on, but they still had to kind of fight an uphill battle as they pass over far side corner, no good on the three attempt. Vincent able to come up with it. He goes fast break, no one in front of him, he gets a lay-in. Vincent goes coast to coast and extends the lead out to 5. Oliver now with the ball, he'll bring it over to the timeline and reset. Passing it over to Scott. Scott gets it inside. Over and under. Shot by Brown, no good. And taken by the Chiefs. Beasley now with the ball. Passes over to Henley. Henley tried to pass it inside, but it's deflected. And a foul will be called on Smith.
Well, a quarter and change has elapsed here. And the Chiefs thus far have been going toe-to-toe with the bigger, stronger, more physical Marlboro County team. And they, as of right now, have a 5-point lead.
As Marlboro County drive attempt, lay-in attempt by Lucas, no good, but he will draw the foul, so he will go to the line to shoot 2.
And that foul is going to be on Rogan Vincent, his first, and the Chiefs' 4th as a team.
Lucas to go to the line to shoot 2. His first one up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 4. 18-14 with just under 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Second free throw is also good. That'll cut it down to a 1-possession game. Vincent brings the ball up. Now he brings it back out. Hands it off to Smith. Now over to Beasley. Beasley at the point, passes it over to Henley, near side corner. Henley back over to Beasley. Beasley passes it over to Smith. Smith, far side wing, passes it over to Knox. Knox over to Beasley. Beasley stutter step, drives baseline, lay-in attempt, no good. Rebounded by Marlboro County. Dupree now pushing it up. Now hands it off to Oliver. Oliver resets at the point. Oliver calls out a play, now drives far side. And almost walked there. Passes over far side corner. 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Knox. And a foul will be called on the Chiefs.
Wait, no. It seems like 2 Chiefs went up for the rebound, and they forced it out of bounds. So that's definitely something you don't want to do.
You never want to have that friendly fire as the Bulldogs inbound. Now Oliver thought about driving, now kicks it out to Brown. Brown passes it back over to Oliver. Oliver brings it far side. Now passes it off to Scott. Scott now hands it off back to Oliver. Oliver at the point. Passes it over to Scott. Now passes it over to Brown. Brown with the long two, no good. Rebounded by Smith. And Beasley, and he will draw a foul.
And that's going to be on Lucas. I believe that's his first.
Vereen gets ready to check in.
And here comes Javi Marlowe as well. And Tyree Smith is going to check out for Elijah Vereen.
Marlowe to inbound from right in front of us. Vereen with the ball now. He'll bring it over the timeline. He'll bring it far side. Now passes it out. Now back over to Vereen. Vereen thought about driving baseline. Now kicks it out. An errant pass almost lost by Beasley, but he's able to recover. Now passed over to Vereen, and they'll call a traveling violation on Vereen, so we're going the other way.
So the Bulldogs have a chance to make this a one-point game or even tie it with 5.5 minutes remaining here. 18-15, the Chiefs lead.
Oliver brings it over the timeline. He'll bring it far side. Now thought about passing it. Now passes it inside to Brown. Brown puts up the hook shot and lays it in. Nice hook shot by Brown from just inside the free throw line. Now Vereen tries to pick up the pace. Now he brings it back out. Now passes it over to Marlowe. Marlowe far side wing. Passes it inside. Knox is not able to handle it. And it will go out of bounds and it will be Marlboro County ball. Bulldogs now have the opportunity with just under 5 minutes remaining to take the lead once again. 18-17 Chiefs in the lead right now as Oliver brings it up over the timeline. Oliver passes out, now back over to Brown at the point. He'll pass it back over to Oliver. Oliver passes it inside, backing down his man, trying to get it out. Now he does. Oliver with the three from the near side wing, no good. Rebounded by Collins. Collins now pushing it. Thought about stopping and popping, but brings it back out. Now passes it over to Marlowe, far side wing. Passes it inside. Knox tries to put up a lay, and he does. Kaimani Knox with the two, and that extends the lead out to 3 once more. Oliver now brings it over the timeline. Passes it inside to Brown. Brown kicks it out to Oliver. Now out to Levener. An errant pass, scramble for the ball, and the Chiefs are able to come up with it. Collins with the ball. Henley passes it over to Marlowe. Now back over to Henley. Up fake, gets his man to bite. Passes it over to Vereen. He drains the three for the point. 23-17 now. Chiefs in the lead. I believe they actually called that a 2. A long 2 for Vereen.
No, that was a 3.
Okay. Now McCoy, give and go, 2, no good. Rebounded by Collins, and he will push the tempo. Now he'll drive, now brings it back out and resets. Passes it over to Henley, now over to Livingston. Now Marlowe drive, up and under, no good. Rebounded by Oliver. Long pass to a wide open McCoy, but the pass goes too far, and the Chiefs will regain possession.
Well, now it's Marlboro County making the costly mistakes, and hopefully the Chiefs don't take full advantage of this one.
Vereen now to bring the ball up over the timeline. He passes over to Smith, who give and go to Vereen. 2, no good. Offensive rebound by Marlowe. Marlowe loses the handle, but is able to get it to Collins, and Collins will draw a foul and go to the line to shoot 2.
And it's crucial for the Chiefs to start making their foul shots against Myrtle Beach. They were 10 of 25. That's 40%.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we've talked about throughout the entirety of this season. The Chiefs have to make the free ones, and this is the first opportunity for the Chiefs in this one as Travis Collins goes to the line to shoot 2. First free throw up, good.
Collins did not go to the foul line against Myrtle Beach.
He's one of the Chiefs' better free throw shooters, so it's a good thing that he's the one at the stripe right now.
So with the 7-point lead.
Second one also good. Now an 8-point lead, 25-17 with just under 3 minutes remaining in the half. Oliver with the ball. He'll bring it near side. Now brings it far side. Hands it off to McCoy. McCoy will bring it near side. He'll hand it off. Now bringing it far side. Now drives. Kick out. Three. No good, but they're going to call a foul. Oh, no, they're calling a travel. So the Chiefs catch a break there. Marlboro County looks like they're going to have a slight full court press on with just over 2.5 left to go. Marlowe, long pass inside, lay-in attempt, no good by Smith. Rebounded by McCoy, and it will go out of bounds off of a Chief, so it will remain Marlboro County ball.
And Tyree Smith thinks he was fouled on that, and so does Coach Walker. He is visibly upset.
Now Oliver brings the ball up over the timeline. Passes inside, give and go. Oliver lay-in attempt, no good. Rebounded by Smith. Passes it out to Vincent, but an errant pass right there goes out of bounds, and it will be Marlboro County ball.
So both teams starting to play a little bit sloppier with 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. 2 minutes and 6 seconds to be exact, but the Chiefs are the ones in command with an 8-point lead.
As Oliver now will bring the ball up over the timeline. Passes it inside to Brown, handoff, long two by Scott is good from the near side elbow. And now it is a 25-19 game. Collins passes it over to Marlowe. Marlowe will drive baseline, now tries to pass it out to Smith, but an errant pass is stolen by McCoy. McCoy will go coast to coast, passes it inside, lay-in attempt is good by Oliver. And now it's a 25-21 game. Slight full court press. Chiefs are able to break out of it. Smith with the ball, far side wing. Passes over far side corner to Vincent, and a traveling violation will be called on Travis Collins, and we're going the other way.
So Javi Marlowe will check out, and Malik Livingston will check in. Malik only played 3 minutes in the Myrtle Beach game, so very interesting about that, but he's going to get some action here late in the first half.
Oliver brings it far side. Now hands it off. Now passes it to Brown. Brown with the floater from the logo just in front of the free throw line. And now it's a one-possession game, 25-23 with just under a minute left to go. Collins with the ball, passes it over to Gorgas, gets it over to Livingston. Livingston over to Vincent. Vincent gets it back out to Livingston at the point. Now back over to Vincent with the three from the far side wing, and he drains it.
Give him 2 threes on the night and 8 points total for Rogan Vincent.
28-23 with a half a minute left to go in the half. Oliver drives, kick out to Brown. Brown will drive, puts up a floater, no good, rebounded by Gorgas. Now the Chiefs have the opportunity to get the final points of the game, or of the half, Livingston with the ball, far side wing. Now he'll reset. 9 seconds left to go in the half. Livingston drives, lay-in attempt, no good, rebounded by Marlboro County, but a scramble for the ball, and time will expire, so that will end the first half with the score, Chiefs 28, Bulldogs 23. So we'll take a quick break and come right back with some first half stats and analysis and get you ready for the second half here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back as we get ready for the second half here at Marlboro County. And some news that Chiefs fans may not necessarily want to hear.
I just saw it.
Although, with the score being what it is, it may not matter anyway. But Myrtle Beach, we only have the first quarter score. But after one, in Hartsville is leading Myrtle Beach 17-4.
Wow. Who would have expected Hartsville to come out so strong in a game?
I mean, they're playing for their playoff lives. So
that is
it's
true.
not really all that surprising. They need a little bit of help to get in.
Well, they're going to need some help from the Chiefs. But the Chiefs are going to have to lose this one. But at this moment, at half, 28-23 lead, a nice, fairly comfortable two-possession, 5-point game. But as we saw in the Myrtle Beach game, we were up by, I believe, what was it, 9 or 11?
Yeah, something like that.
At half.
Granted, for that game, the thing that killed the Chiefs was the foul troubles.
Oh, definitely.
Were the fouls. So this game, you're not seeing nearly as many fouls on the Chiefs. So you would think that as a result of that, this shouldn't be as big of an issue. The Chiefs did a great job of getting back into this game after it looked like the Bulldogs were going to run away with this one in the first few minutes of the first quarter. The Chiefs have done a great job of refocusing, resetting, and getting into the lead, and a relatively big lead at that at this point.
Well, the Chiefs are here, and they're here to fight. They realize what is at stake here. They're not going to worry about what Hartsville's doing or what Darlington is doing. They're going to worry about what the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs are doing here in Bennettsville tonight. And through 16 minutes, as I said earlier, a nice 5-point lead, but as we saw with the Myrtle Beach game, you don't want to get too comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't get too comfortable. And like we talked about during the pregame, the Chiefs have their playoff hopes in their own hands at this point. They win and they're in. Simple as that. So right now the Chiefs are on the right pace to win this one. So let's get some stats, and then we'll get you some keys to the second half. Tyler?
So Elijah Vereen, as of now, has 3 points on his 1 3-pointer. Travis Collins has had a very sneaky, underrated game. He has 7 points, 1 made field goal, 2 of 2 from the foul line, which is the only Chief attempts thus far tonight. So 2 of 2 from the line as a team, and a 3-pointer as well. Kaimani Knox has 2 buckets, giving him 4 points. Rogan Vincent has hit a couple threes thus far, and a 2-pointer, giving him 8 on the night thus far. And Cameron Gorgos has chipped in 4. So as we saw in the Myrtle Beach game, the Chiefs are spacing out the scoring, getting everybody involved tonight. And that's going to be a key thing if they want to come out of Bennettsville here victorious.
Yeah, I was just trying to look to see if there were any other notes on any of the other teams. Unfortunately not. But we'll be sure to keep a track on all of that. And like I mentioned during the girls' game, be sure to keep track of our channel on Twitter and the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Athletics page on Twitter for all the news over the rest of the week.
Well, we do have some more news, Brandon, and it's not looking good for the Chiefs here. They definitely have to win this one. Halftime score has been reported courtesy of the Myrtle Beach basketball Twitter. The Seahawks are down by 16 at halftime. It's 30-14 in Hartsville.
That's not a good sign for any Chiefs fan. So the Chiefs will certainly want to win this one tonight. as the teams come back on the court and get ready for the second half. We've talked about different things throughout the season, but in your mind, with how the game has been going, what is the key for the Chiefs to be able to keep this lead and win this one and solidify their spot in the playoffs?
Well, one of them I already said was get everybody involved. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you can't afford to falter late in the game, as we saw against Myrtle Beach, and actually at Hartsville for that matter. We've seen a couple times where the Chiefs played a very strong first half, and then as the third quarter went on, they started to falter a little bit and letting their opponent get back into the game. And with a pretty nice lead at 5 points, it's still anybody's ball game, and Marlboro County, hoping to preserve their undefeated record at home this season, they definitely want this win.
Yeah, I mean, Marlboro County, they've had a great season, 8-1 in region play, and they certainly want to keep that nearly unblemished record, and like you mentioned, the unblemished record at home this season in this one. So it's going to be a tooth and nail battle throughout this second half. And wouldn't it be ironic if the Chiefs were able to win this game if the two losses for Marlboro County were the two Myrtle Beach teams?
That would be actually amazing. I'm sure not many people expected North Myrtle Beach to come into a gym like this one here in Bennettsville and come out with a win.
Absolutely not. I'm sure a lot of people were looking at the scenarios that we mentioned earlier about if the Chiefs were to lose, what could potentially happen, what would their playoff hopes be, as we are just about set to get started this second half as the refs get the ball and get the players on the court for the start of quarter number 3. And, I mean, this is one question that, I mean, it's a little bit trickier in high school. You don't have to worry about it as much. But one of the questions I would have liked to have asked Coach Walker would have been, how do you keep your team from scoreboard watching? And I'm not. Hopefully for the Chiefs, they do not realize what is going on out in Hartsville as we are underway here in the second quarter. Javi Marlowe with the ball. Chiefs going left to right. Passes it over to Beasley. Now over to Knox. Knox near side corner. Passes it over to Marlowe back at the point. Passing it inside and it's stolen. Stolen by Scott. Scott passes inside and lay-in good by McCoy. And I think I heard Coach Walker throw his clipboard down on that interception. Long outlet pass over to Gorgas. Back over to Marlowe near side wing. Passes it over 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Knox. Knox kicks it out to Collins, who takes the 3, no good. And it's rebounded by Brown. McCoy now with the ball far side wing. Passes it over to Oliver. Oliver will reset at the point. Oliver bringing it far side. Now passes it inside to Brown. Brown almost loses it. Gets it out to Scott. No good, but an offensive rebound and putback by Dupree is good.
And in a matter of 1 minute and 20 seconds, the lead for the Chiefs has went from 5 to 1.
So 4-0 run as the floater by Beasley, no good. Rebounded by Marlboro County. They have the opportunity to retake the lead. McCoy hands it off to Oliver, who takes the 3, no good. And rebound, a long rebound, scramble for the ball, and a whistle will be blown.
A timeout.
Scott was able to come up with it, and a timeout is called by Marlboro County. So Marlboro County will retain possession.
Well, they're coming out strong. I got to give them that.
Absolutely.
I said they still want this game, even if it doesn't mean anything in the standings.
I mean, we expected that. We expected this team to be coming out strong trying to keep their undefeated home record and all of that. So with 6:16 remaining in the game, it is a 1-point game. Chiefs in the lead by 1.
And it looks like it's going to be McCoy on the inbounds play to trigger it.
McCoy gets the ball back, passing it inside, and a push. A push will be called on the Chiefs.
And I believe that's going to be on, I want to say Tyree Smith.
Passing it inside, lay-in attempt is good by Dupree. And just like that, Marlboro County retakes the lead, 29-28.
The Chiefs desperately need a basket to stop this drought.
Smith gets a double team, is able to get it out to Gorgoth, and a foul will be called on Marlboro County. That will be called on Brown. So Chiefs to inbound from the baseline. It's Marlowe to do the inbounding.
Smith is open right in the corner.
He gets it out to Collins, who gets his 3 rejected by an offensive rebound by Knox, and he'll draw a foul. And he will go to the line to shoot 2.
Much to the dismay of the Marlboro County fans here, that's 2 fouls now on Brown, and Kaimani gonna go to the line.
And he'll try to retake the lead for the Chiefs right here. First free throw, no good. And Kaimani Knox has been one of many players on the Chiefs that has struggled at the free throw line this season.
I believe he was 0 of 2 from the line against Myrtle Beach on Friday.
Second free throw also no good, so he's 0 of 2 in this one. Long outlet pass out. Now kick out. Dupree, 3, no good. Rebounded by Collins. Now Marlowe with the ball. He'll pass it over to Collins, back over to Marlowe at the point. Marlowe passes it over to Smith, now back over to Marlowe, now back over to Smith. Smith brings it over near side, now back over to Marlowe, and stolen. Coast to coast goes Oliver, but a nice play by Marlowe on the transition defense, forcing the ball to go out of bounds.
So Oliver will trigger the inbounds play. Kaimani Knox will take a seat as Rogan Vincent will take his place in the lineup.
Passes it inside. McCoy. And a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow will favor Marlboro County.
Marlboro County still has a 1-point lead here, 29-28. The Chiefs still scoreless here in the second half at the 5:10 mark.
Oliver gets it into Brown, who puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Marlboro County, however. McCoy gets it out to Brown. Now hands it back off to McCoy. McCoy stutter step, thought about driving, now gets it back out to Brown. Brown hands it off to Oliver. Oliver drives, no good. Offensive rebound, scramble for the ball. They're able to get it back out. Brown with the ball. And a whistle is blown. And a traveling violation is called on Brown, and we're going the other way.
Well, the Chiefs are lucky for that traveling call. Marlboro County was definitely controlling the offensive boards and controlling the tempo on that possession, and it's good for the Chiefs to get out of that one unscathed.
Slight full court press by Marlboro County, but Marlowe's able to break out of it. 3 by Vincent, no good. And that ball will go out of bounds. And it will be Marlboro County ball. They will actually call a foul on Smith.
So Elijah Vereen is going to check in for Travis Collins. The Chiefs looking to get something going. 3.5 minutes coming up on a scoreless drought here in the second half.
Oliver to bring it over the timeline. Passes it over near side wing to Brown. Now back over to Oliver, passes it inside and almost lost the handle. Scrambled for the ball and the Chiefs are able to come up with it. Now Marlowe drives coast to coast, lane attempt no good. Offensive rebound and put back by Marlowe is good. And now it's a 30-29 ball game. Chiefs regain the lead with just over 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter as a foul will be called on the Chiefs.
That's going to be on Elijah Vereen, his first, and that's the Chiefs' third in the half.
So already almost halfway to being in the bonus as Brown gets the ball, hands it off to Dupree. Dupree passes it out. Oliver with the three, drains it. And that regains the lead for Marlboro County. 32-30 with 3:45 left to go. Vincent gets it up to Gorgas. He hands it off to Vincent. Vincent passes it over to Marlowe. Marlowe out to Vincent. Vincent with the three, no good. Rebound by Brown, and a foul will be called on the Chiefs.
And the ref just yelled at Coach Walker to get back in his box.
As a foul was called again on Vereen.
So that's his second. He's picked up 2 quick ones here in the second half.
Oliver to bring it up over the timeline, trying to extend this 2-point lead with 3.5 left to go in the third quarter. Passes it inside to Brown. Brown hands it off to Scott. Scott hands it off to Oliver. Oliver over to Brown, and he puts up a shot from the short corner and drains it. 34-30 now. Long outlet pass, lay-in attempt, good, and one.
That's Tyree Smith.
Tyree Smith with the bucket, and he'll go to the line for the three-point opportunity.
So the Chiefs have a chance to make it a 1-point game as it's 34-32. Bulldogs lead. 3:05 remaining here. Let's see if Smith can convert the and one.
The and one shot is up and rims in. So that'll cut the deficit down to 1 point with just over 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Now Oliver with the ball. Slight full court press initially by Marlowe, but he backs off and lets Oliver cross it over the timeline. Passes it over, now back over to Brown, now back over to Oliver. Oliver passes it inside, give and go, inside pass to Lucas, and he draws the foul. And he will go to the line to shoot 2.
And that foul is going to be on Rogan Vincent. That's his second. So it's going to be Lucas going to the line. He's 2 of 2 so far.
And his first one is no good. The broadcaster jinx works in our favor this time around.
So looking to make this a 2-point game if Lucas can make this second one.
Second one is good, rims in.
Makes him 3 of 4 from the line so far.
Slight full court press again, but the Chiefs are able to break out of it. Knox hands it off to Marlowe. Marlowe brings it near side. Passes it over to Vincent near side wing. He'll bring it far side over to the point. Passes it over to Marlowe. Marlowe over to Vereen. Vereen at the point, resets. Stutter step, passes over to Marlowe. Thought about taking a 3. Now he'll drive. Now passes it inside. Knox with the lay-in and one.
Well, that's huge for the Chiefs as they tie up the game here at 35 all. 2:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Knox will go to the line looking to make his first foul shot of the night.
And give the Chiefs the lead once again. The free throw is good.
And that makes him 1 of 3 on the night.
He's doing better than he did at Myrtle Beach already as Oliver brings it over the timeline. He'll bring it near side. Now brings it back out. Passes it inside. Brown backs down his man, puts up a hook shot, and lays it in.
Well, Brown had 3 inches on Tyree Smith. There's no doubt he was going to go to the hook shot.
As Smith drives, passes it inside. Lay-in attempt no good, but Knox will draw the foul once more, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. 37-36, Marlboro County in the lead with just under 2 minutes remaining.
We've been going back and forth here in the latter part of the third quarter. The Chiefs started off slow, but they have definitely...
Basically exactly what they did in the first quarter, they did in the third quarter. Again, as the free throw is good. Bounces off front iron and in.
And it's a tie game once again. So Knox is going to look to give the Chiefs the lead if he can make this second one at the 1:52 mark here in the third quarter.
Second free throw. Again, off front iron and rolls in.
He's getting the lucky rule off
Yep.
the front iron, but it's working.
As long as it works, it doesn't matter how it goes in, as long as it goes in. And the Chiefs retake the lead at 38-37.
And Knox is 3 of 5 from the line, giving him 9 points on the night.
Slight full court press by the Chiefs. Oliver will bring it over the timeline, guarded by Marlowe. Oliver brings it near side, now far side. He thought about driving. Now kicks it out, 3 buckets.
I believe that was McCoy.
Yeah, I believe that was McCoy. Our line of sight was blocked a little bit by the ref. As a long outlet pass out to Vincent. Now kicks it out to Vereen. Vereen now passes it over to Marlowe. Marlowe drives, lay in, good. And that gives the Chiefs the lead once more, 41-40. Or no, excuse me.
Tie game.
That 3 made it a...
And an errant pass by Marlboro County on a long toss will be another turnover. It will be the Chiefs' ball.
Chiefs catch a break there. The 3 by McCoy made it a 2-point game. And the lay-in by Marlowe tied the game back up. Chiefs with the ball once more. Collins hands it off to Marlowe. Now back over to Collins. Slight full court press by the Bulldogs. They're able to get it out. Driving is Vereen. He kicks out. Collins stops and pops. Long 2, drains it.
42-40 with 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Now Brown with the ball. Passes it over to McCoy. McCoy will drive far side. Kicks it out. 3 by Brown. Drains it. Or excuse me, that was actually Lucas who made that 3. And now it's a 43-42 game. This game going back and forth, back and forth. Vereen with the ball, far side wing. Passes it over to Collins. Collins will drive, lay in, no good. Rebounded by Marlboro County. Now McCoy will push it up. He'll go coast to coast and draw the foul. And go to the line to shoot 2.
And with 15.4 seconds remaining, Marlboro County has a shot to make this a 2-point or a 3-point game. And that foul was on Javi Marlowe. So that's his first. And that's the Chiefs' 6th as a team. So one more and Marlboro County will be in a bonus the rest of the way.
The first free throw, no good, off back iron.
Marlboro County has been 4 of 7 from the line with that miss by McCoy.
Second free throw, good. So that extends the Bulldogs lead out to 2. This is a huge momentum opportunity at the end of the quarter. Gorgas stops and pops from the free throw line, no good. Long rebound is taken, and it will go out of bounds off of a Bulldog. So the Chiefs will get another opportunity with 4.9 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And do you think they're gonna try and get a 3, or do you think they're gonna lob it inside to Gorgas or Knox?
I think you gotta try to kick it out. They may try. They get it to Vereen. Vereen passes it over to Collins. Collins with 1 second, 0. Puts up the 3, no good. And at the end of 3, it's 44-42. Bulldogs lead by 2. And the Chiefs, they started to get things going towards the middle of that third quarter, but they really need to start playing better in the fourth quarter if they hope to win this game.
Well, the 5-point lead at halftime is now diminished to a 2-point deficit with 8 minutes remaining. And the Chiefs, I would assume, not knowing what's going on in the other region games. I'm actually checking to see if there's an update.
No update yet from Myrtle Beach. But we'll keep an eye on it throughout this fourth quarter if we get a break.
So it's going to be very interesting to see 8 minutes remaining. Can the Chiefs pull this one out and clinch number 3 in the region? But the one thing they have to do is that they have to try and limit Wesley Brown in the paint. At 6'5", he has a height advantage over any Chief player on the roster, and he has shown it with multiple shots made on the skyhook.
Marlowe gets the inbound, and they're going to call it traveling on Rogan Vincent, and we're going the other way. You can't, especially with this game this close, you can't make those types of mental errors. As McCoy brings the ball up over the timeline. Slight full court press by Collins. Stop and pop by McCoy from the short wing. No good. Rebounded by Marlowe. Marlowe will drive near side. Now kicks it out to Vincent. Vincent over to Collins. Collins walked. And Coach Walker is not happy about that traveling call at all.
Well, he thinks that Collins only took 2 steps there, but the ref thinks he took 3. So another costly turnover for the Chiefs, 2 in the first 2 possessions in the fourth quarter.
Now McCoy with the ball. He gets double teamed for a second. Now kicks it out. Long 3, no good. Rebounded by Collins. Collins slows it down. Now he brings it back out. Now passes it over to Marlowe. Marlowe will reset at the point. Passes it over to Knox, near side wing. Now over to Gorgas at the point. Now back over to Marlowe. Marlowe over to Vincent. Vincent spin move. Now passes it inside, and it's stolen. But Knox is able to get it back and lay it in.
And we're tied once again. 6:50 remaining in this one at 44 all.
This one looks like another Chiefs game that's going to go right down to the wire. As McCoy drives, lay-in attempt no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Marlowe brings it over the timeline. Tried to pass it inside to Knox, but it's stolen. Now a steal back by Marlowe. Marlowe passes it inside to Knox, laying good. Kaimani Knox gives the Chiefs the lead once more. 46-44.
And that gives Knox 13 on the night thus far.
McCoy decides to slow down the pace. And Marlboro County says we need a timeout.
And a much-needed one. Kaimani Knox has been a beast underneath for the entire fourth quarter here, getting multiple offensive rebounds, really getting a lot of points off of the feet inside. He's really showing his value as a big man.
Yeah, I mean, Knox has done a great job to start off this fourth quarter. 6:08 remaining in the game. Chiefs up by 2. As the Marlboro County cheerleaders start to get something going. Probably about 66%.
Roughly.
Two-thirds capacity here tonight.
Roughly, but it really filled up during the second half of the girls' game. I'm actually checking here for a score update. Yep, here we go. And Myrtle Beach is starting to crawl back in it. After 3 in Hartsfield, they're only down by 9 at 40-31.
So North Myrtle Beach, and this is going to be a tough pill to swallow for Chiefs fans, but you got to root for the Seahawks tonight.
Well, Wayne White was endorsing them on Twitter. I just saw he's rooting for them as well. He knows how bad the Chiefs want this game, even if it means getting help from their rival.
As Oliver brings it back out, now passes it over. Now passes it inside. Lay-in attempt no good. Offensive rebound no good. And taken by the Chiefs. Now Marlowe with the ball. He'll kick it out to Vereen. Vereen now throws it cross court, but it's stolen by Oliver. And a scramble for the ball, and Gorgas comes up with it. Tried to hand it off to Vereen. Now instead hands it off to Marlowe, who hands it off to Vereen. Vereen at the point. He'll bring it near side. Now passes it over to Marlowe, who takes a 3 from the far side wing, no good. Rebounded by Dupree. Now Oliver pushing it up, almost lost the handle, and he does. It goes out of bounds, but it will remain in possession of the Bulldogs. 5:14 remaining in the game.
Well, Marlboro County, they're going to try and push the pace into their favor, push the tempo into their favor. They're starting to run the ball up the court. They're going to make the Chiefs run themselves as much as they can, hopefully trying to get them to tire out.
Passes it over to McCoy, who takes a 3 from the far side corner, no good. Rebounded by Tyree Smith. Now Marlowe hands it off to Vereen. Vereen over to Gorgas. Now over to Smith at the point. Now over to Livingston. Or excuse me, to Vereen. Vereen now over to Collins. Collins now back over to Vereen. Vereen now brings it back out to the point and will reset.
Looks like they're trying to milk some clock here.
As a timeout will be called by Coach Walker. 4:38 to go in the game. Chiefs up by 2.
Well, this is a very crucial possession for North Myrtle Beach. They need to get this to a 2-possession game, whether it's a 4-point or a 5-point advantage. Coach Walker realizes the importance of this, so he's going to call a timeout and he's going to draw something up.
Absolutely. This is a very big possession for both teams, as you really need to get some momentum going.
And for Marlboro County, what they need to do is keep this game close. Wesley Brown is indeed back in the game. He's been a force on the offensive and defensive boards thus far. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be going up against him. I could probably assume Cameron Gorgas.
Yeah, either Gorgas or Kaimani Knox, that for sure.
And
Knox is not in the game right now, so it is Gorgas. As Vereen gets the inbound, now brings it near side, and they're going to call a moving pick on Gorgas, and we're going the other way.
Once again, you can't afford to make mistakes like that in a close game like this. So Wesley Brown is going to inbound just to the right of us for Marlboro County.
As Oliver will bring the ball up over the timeline. Brings it far side wing. Now passes it inside to Brown. Brown backing down his man, puts up a lay-in up attempt, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Marlowe to bring it up over the timeline now. He'll pass it over to Smith. Smith now passes it across court. Now back out. Now Beasley tried to put up a lay-in, but no good. It gets rejected, but it will go out of bounds. It will remain Chief ball.
So Marlowe is going to trigger the inbounds play at 3:51 remaining.
Long
here.
pass out to Smith. Smith at the near side wing. He'll pass it over to Collins, or excuse me, to Vereen. Vereen brings it near side. Now he's at the near side wing, passes it over to Beasley, now over to Vereen. Vereen will drive, lay-in attempt, no good. Offensive rebound by Smith, put back in.
And that was a crucial possession for the Chiefs. Good job by Smith going up for the missed shot, tapping it back in, and it's 48-44.
Now Oliver brings the ball up over the timeline, trying to slow the tempo down. Brings it far side wing. He'll drive. Now brings it back out, stops and pops, no good. Air ball to 3, and it's rebounded by Beasley. Beasley, long pass to Vereen. Vereen will bring it out. Now kick out to Marlowe. Marlowe will drive. Drive baseline, lay-in attempt, no good. Scramble for the ball, Brown comes up with it. Now Oliver with the ball. He'll bring it back out and reset. He'll have it at the near side wing with just under 3 minutes remaining to go. And a foul is called on Beasley.
Kaimani Knox is going to check back in. I think there was a little anger in that foul with Chad Beasley. I don't know what that was about. So Knox is going to swap places with Gorgas, who will take a seat. And Oliver will go to the line as Marlboro County is now in the bonus.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are in the bonus. That was the Chiefs' 7th, as the first free throw is good, rims in by Oliver. And that'll cut the lead down to 3. 48-45 with just under 3 minutes to go.
Marlboro County thus far shooting at a 66% clip, 6 of 9.
The second free throw is also good.
Now 7 of 10 on the night.
So it's a 2-point game as a full court press comes in. Almost lost it, but Marlowe's able to come up with it. He tries to pass inside. Knox gets it up and good, and 1.
Kaimani Knox is having a spectacular night thus far. I believe going to the line for his 3rd and 1 opportunity.
Yeah. Kaimani Knox to try to extend the lead out to 5. 50-46 with 2:40 left to go.
And he has 15 points, looking to make it 16 if he can convert this and one opportunity.
The end one. Good.
Making him 4 of 6 from the line tonight.
Oliver now brings it up over the timeline. He'll drive near side, passes it inside. Lay-in attempt is good and one. That is Dre Scott with the lay-in, and he'll go to the line to cut the lead down to 4 once more.
And that's the last thing you want if you're the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
You just converted an and one play.
You don't give up an end one
Exactly.
of their own.
Marlboro County's on the verge of getting that right back and making it a 2-point game if Scott can make this and one opportunity at 2:30 remaining here.
The shot is good. So just like that, the Bulldogs get that end one right back. As a full court press by the Bulldogs. Chiefs are able to get out of it though. Collins drives, stop and pop. Long two, drains it.
And Coach Walker immediately calls for a timeout.
Travis Collins with the long two from the near side elbow. Just step up, just popped up and drained that one.
Well, we had a 2-on-1 break there with Kaimani Knox, but he had confidence in his jumper to just pull up from the elbow and nothing but net.
Yep.
And the Chiefs are now back up to a 2-possession game, 53-49, 2:21 remaining here.
And I may be in the minority here, but I'm not all that big of a fan of calling a timeout after a big shot like that where it's a big momentum boost.
I was gonna say I'm assuming you were thinking about the momentum and you're hoping that it doesn't kill it.
Yeah,
with
because,
the timeout there.
You know, a shot of that magnitude with the time remaining, that's a big momentum boost, and you want to keep that going.
So
but we'll see if the Chiefs are able to retain that momentum. As Oliver brings it up. Now he stutter steps, brings it near side. Now passes it out to Brown. Brown crossover, stop and pop, 2 from the free throw line, drains it.
Giving him 12 on the night.
And a steal by the Bulldogs. Kick out. McCoy now kicks it out to Brown. Brown passes it across court. Good, and one.
And this place erupts.
Dre Scott with the lay-in, and he'll go to the line to shoot the end one. And that just made the place erupt, and just like we talked about, that momentum after the timeout went away like that.
Well, 53-all with 1 minute 53 seconds. Gore Goss is going to sub out for Kaimani Knox. Ryan Walker going to be rotating his 2 bigs for the remainder of this one, and Dre Scott has a chance to give the Bulldogs the lead once again if he can sink this foul shot.
And he does. That'll give the Bulldogs the lead once more. It is 54-53 with just under 2 minutes to go. Another full court press. Marlowe on the baseline. Outlet pass to Smith. He gets it out. Lay-in attempt good by Collins. Collins with the wide open lay-in. And now the Chiefs take the lead once more.
So Marlboro County's going to slow it down in a half-court defense by North Myrtle Beach here. 1:30 remaining.
Oliver with the ball. He'll bring it far side. Passes it over to McCoy. McCoy now passes it over to Dupree. Now back over to Brown. Brown stops and pops from the free throw line. No good. Offensive rebound, however, by Marlboro County, but the Chiefs are able to come up with it. Smith with the ball. Now Vereen brings it up over the timeline. Chiefs will try to slow it down. Collins with a defense. He stops and pops. Off backboard and in. Chiefs take a 3-point lead. Minute left to go in the game. Now Brown hands it off to Dupree. Oliver now brings it back out. He'll reset. 50 seconds left to go. He stops and pops from 3. Long range 3 by Oliver from the point. And he drains it. And we're all tied up once more. 40 seconds left to go. Full court press. Collins able to break it out. Now over to Knox. Defense chance come up.
They're double teaming.
A double team on Collins. And a timeout is called by the Chiefs.
30.9 seconds remaining in this one. 57 all. Nobody in this place is sitting. Wow. What a way to close out the region.
Absolutely. What a way to close out the season. And the Chiefs have had a lot of these this season, it seems.
I mean, everyone is standing, clapping, cheering. The mascot, they have a mascot.
They have a Bulldog mascot.
Dancing around in his costume.
You know what they need?
What's that?
They need to do the Georgia/Mississippi State/Butler thing.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
They need a dog. They need a real live mascot here.
That would be very, very cool. But for Coach Walker, he has the possession right now. Going to be interesting to see what they're going to draw up. Marlboro County has been very, very solid from 3 in the second half. The thing is, do you go for a 2 or do you go for a 3?
I think you just go, at this point, you just go for whatever shot you can get, as Travis Collins is going to inbound right in front of us. Press defense, they get it out to Vereen. Vereen brings it up, passes it over to Collins. Collins kicks it out to Vereen. Looks like the Chiefs will try to hold for the final shot. 20 seconds left to go. Defense chant goes up by the Marlboro County faithful. Vereen passes it, and another timeout is called by Coach Walker. 13.6 seconds to go with this game all tied up.
Well, Coach Walker, I guess, didn't see anything that he liked with the way his team was setting up for the play drawn up. So he's going to call another timeout. He's probably going to go back to the drawing board, maybe draw something up or maybe go with the same thing. But with 13.6 seconds left, as you said, you have to assume they're going to take the last shot.
Yeah, they're going to try to hold this for the last shot so as not to give Marlboro County any chance of winning this game in regulation. The worst that can happen at this point is we go into overtime.
Now the question is, who do you put the ball in? Who do you put what hands do you put the ball in for the final shot? I got my pick. He already made a game winner, Kaimani Knox. He's had a solid night thus far.
It all depends upon how you want to play this.
That's exactly right.
If you want to if you want to play on the perimeter, you give it to Collins.
Oh, definitely.
If you want to play on the inside and get a lay-in, you give it to Kaimani Knox.
So
as the defense chant goes up again. Pressure defense right in front of us. Collins is able to get it out to Smith. Smith thought about driving, now gets it over to Collins. Collins gets it enough, lays it in with 5 seconds left to go.
There's Kaimani Knox coming up in clutch.
And Travis Collins with the feed.
So the Chiefs are 5.8 seconds away from coming out of Bennettsville with a hard-fought victory, but there is 5.8 seconds left.
Yeah.
Darlington in their timeout, they're calling something. And the thing is, Latroy Brace has to be telling his team, you do not need a 3.
Yeah.
Let's get a 2. Let's go into overtime. Let's see what we can do there. Coach Walker's going to send Cam Henley into the game, probably for some extra defensive help.
Yeah, I mean, you want to try to get your biggest players out there on defense so as to try to stop any sort of attempt at a basket.
Now, the thing is, for Marlboro County, you have to assume, yep, he's on the floor. Wesley Brown, you have to assume they're going to feed it inside. As I said before, he has the height advantage on any player on this Chiefs roster. Henley, Collins, Marlowe, Vereen, and Smith are out on the floor. Now this is probably it for the Chiefs.
Now, the one thing I'm surprised about for Marlboro County, they could have inbounded the ball, rolled the ball up the court, and gotten the ball in their forecourt as they get it out, passing it, and now they do call a timeout right at the midcourt line.
And the Chiefs bench erupted saying he
walked.
traveled.
So 3.7 seconds left to go.
So that could be a questionable call. Coach Walker gave the ref a little smirk. I don't know if there was any happiness on that one.
No, not at all. Not by a long shot, especially with the Chiefs' playoffs hopes hanging in the balance right now.
So Marlboro County only wasted 2.1 seconds getting it across the timeline. But this is it.
But I believe that is the same rule as is in the NBA and in college, correct? That if you roll the ball up
You don't waste any
clock
time.
doesn't go off. So I'm surprised that more teams don't do that at the end of games.
And the ref or the North Myrtle Beach coaches are saying you're inbounding on our side of the court.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be. And the ref just told the coaches, get back in your box. Get back to your bench or we'll call a tee.
Wow.
So the refs not allowing any shenanigans to go on here. And the Chiefs coaches will get their wish. Marlboro County will inbound. Actually, yes, they will inbound right in front of us. 3.7 seconds to go. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Scott to do the inbounding. He gets it out to Brown. Now back over to Scott.
Ball
Scott will
stolen!
grab. It's stolen! And the game's over! Chiefs have clinched a playoff spot and have clinched the 3 seed in Region 6.
Yes!
Chiefs
What a
will
way.
go to the playoffs, and they will face the winner. They will face the winner of Hilton Head versus Carleton County on Wednesday night.
What a way to end this one in an absolute barn burner here in Bennettsville, and the Chiefs prevail.
So the Chiefs don't even need to worry about any other teams at this point.
Thank goodness.
They have clinched the 3 seed in Region 6, and they are headed to the playoffs and headed out west, well, southwest, out to either Carleton County or Hilton Head Island.
And the Chiefs fans are rejoicing. We just clinched our spot in the playoffs. We don't have to worry about a tiebreaker. I said they had to come into Bennettsville, a tough Bennettsville gym tonight, get the job done, and they did just that. What a job by Coach Walker and the Chiefs, and once again, what a way to end the region schedule at 500 in region
Absolutely.
play. Wow.
So we'll run down some stats real quick, and then
Well, for North Myrtle Beach, Elijah Vereen had 1 3-pointer in the first half. He didn't score at all in the second, giving him 3 points on the night. Travis Collins had 13 points on 4 field goals, 2 and 2 from the line, and a 3-pointer. Kaimani Knox was by far the player of the game. Most definitely was he the player of the game. He had 20 points total, 4 or 6 from the line, and 8 field goals, was a major force under the point. And actually, the North Myrtle Beach faithful were chanting, na, 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 na,
Yep.
hey, 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 goodbye. Just like a few days prior, Myrtle Beach fans were doing that to us.
that. Yep.
Tyree Smith had a nice night off the bench once again. He chipped in 5 points, 2 field goals, and a free throw. And Rogan Vincent had 8 points in the first half on a field goal and 2 3-pointers. He went scoreless in the second half. Same with Cameron Gorgas with his 4 points. But the one number that matters is the one that got us the win,
Yep.
and that was by 2.
Yes. So once again, the Chiefs win by 2 here at the end of the game, and they clinched the number 3 seed out of Region 6. So they will either travel to Hilton Head Island or Carleton County on Wednesday. So once again, Chiefs win it here, clinch the 3 seed. So we'll see you guys on Wednesday, hopefully. So for Tyler Kerp, I'm Brandon Biskobing saying so long, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday here on, well, first on Tuesday, then on Wednesday here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.